got both lineups.
Stop by the Pirates then for a chance to win great prizes. And while you're there, if you want to purchase season tickets, general admission or box seats, you can get them there as well. They're located behind the box seats on the third base side.
Good evening and welcome to Anchorage, Alaska for game number 20 for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Dr. John Groth with you on the pregame show. Umpires are waiting at home plate as we get ready to play the Anchorage Bucs in Alaska Baseball League action tonight. This will be game number 20 for the Chinooks. For the Bucs, it'll be game number 23. They are 14-8. They're sitting atop the ABL, but they only have a 2-game lead over the whole league. There's only 2 games separating top from bottom. That's a good sign for everybody. Actually, at this point, the Bucs 14-8. The Matsu Miners 11-9. The Glacier Pilots from Anchorage here 10-10. The Chinooks 9-10, and the Peninsula Oilers 5-12. As we start play tonight. Pretty nice night here in Anchorage, 59 degrees, a little cloudy. Probably not going to get too much sun at all tonight. Slight chance of some light rain as the game starts here, but shouldn't be any problem with getting this one in tonight. So Tim Cole at home plate, greeting the umpires. As Kenny Hocuff, also the Bucs manager, stepping in there and having a little chat with the umpiring crew. 3-man crew tonight. Good to see that. We've had a few games this summer. We've only had 2 sets of eyes out there, and I'm always happy when there's more eyes to see what's happening. Kenny Hocuff in his 8th season to lead the Buck program here in Anchorage. And, of course, Tim Colton, his first season for the Chinooks. Chinooks are coming off, actually come into this ball game with a 3-game winning streak. They took 2 from the Pilots right down here at Mulcahy on Sunday, 7-4 and 12-1. And then Monday, a walk-off win against the Pilots again. That was a pitcher's duel, 2-1, as Chinooks would have their 3rd walk-off win at Lee Jordan Field this summer. And off day on the 4th, the Bucs and Pilots were supposed to play 2. I think I've heard they only played 1. They did play both, okay? All right, so big fireworks display after the ball game, and that always draws a massive crowd, and I'm sure a lot of folks were able to enjoy that last night. We're back at it today. Those were non-league games, I think, for both Bucs and Pilots, so they didn't really count. But today, it's back at ABL action for both these clubs, as the Bucs, 8-game winning streak recently. That was snapped on, I think, Saturday by the Miners or the Pilots. But a long winning streak that not sure what happened to the schedule I had up there, but either way, the Bucs are in first place and the Chinooks just a half game out of 3rd. And from top to bottom, as we said a moment ago, only 2 games separating all the teams in the loss column. So anyways, that'll set the table for tonight's ball game. As let's walk you through the lineups for the Anchorage Bucs. They're the home team. 8th season for Kenny Hocuff. He's shaking hands with those guys at home plate. Here's the lineup that Coach Hocuff has put down for tonight's game. Leading off is the 3rd baseman, Cade Lacey. Batting 2nd is the left fielder, Ben Haar. Batting 3rd, 2nd baseman, Alex Pendergast. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Jackson Sorensen. Batting 5th, 1st baseman, Dante Turgeon. Batting 6th, right fielder, Joey Narat. Batting 7th, the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. Batting 8th, the center fielder, Miles Smith. And batting 9th for the Bucs, shortstop, Curtis Hebert. On the mound for the Bucs, Sky Wells. For the Chinooks, as we get ready to play baseball here, leading off is the right fielder, Austin Young. Batting 2nd, 2nd baseman, Ryan Lineggio. Batting 3rd, the catcher, Blake Wilhoit. Batting cleanup for the Chinooks tonight, left fielder, Ryan Callahan. Batting 5th, 1st baseman, Ryan Matheson. Batting 6th, the shortstop, Tommy Rover. Batting 7th, the DH, Francis Segura. Batting 8th, 3rd baseman, Logan Manson. Batting 9th for the Chinooks, center fielder, Kevin Duran. On the mound for the Chinooks tonight will be 6'4", 195 left-hander, a sophomore from Eastern Michigan, Grant Rising. We'll let the PA man take over from here, and then we'll go right into our national anthem.
Number 13, Dante Turgeon. Over in the right field from Dallas Baptist, number 15, Joey Narat. Behind the plate, number 16 from the University of Nebraska, Omaha, Trenton Burkhalter. In center field from UC Irvine, number 23, Miles Smith. At shortstop from the University of Portland, number 2, Curtis Hebert. And on the mound tonight from Long Beach State, number 14, Sky Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your headgear for the playing or the singing of the national anthem by Anchorage's own EPA.
All right, glad you're with us tonight as we get ready to play game number 20. That'll mean we're halfway through this summer of baseball here in the Alaska Baseball League. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. And let's walk you back through the lineup for the Chinooks. Leading off is right fielder Austin Young, batting second. Second baseman Ryan Linagio. Batting third, the catcher Blake Wilhoit. Batting cleanup, left fielder Ryan Callahan. Batting fifth, first baseman Ryan Matheson. Batting sixth, the shortstop Tommy Rover. Batting seventh, the DH Francis Segura. Batting eighth, third baseman Logan Manson. Batting ninth for the Chinooks, center fielder Kevin Duran. Defensively for the Anchorage Bucs, Ben Haar in left, Miles Smith in center, Joey Narat in right field. Cade Lacey at third, Curtis Hebert at short, Alex Pendergast at second base, Dante Turgeon at first, Trenton Burkhalter behind the plate on the mound, 6'2", 190, a left-handed freshman from Long Beach State, Sky Wells. So Sky Wells will get the ball tonight for the Bucs in their all pinstripes tonight. Got the white ball caps with the white panel in the front. Back is black. Chinooks in their red tops and their gray pants. First pitch is going to miss, ball one at 6:01. So pretty good, pretty close to 6 o'clock start there. I'd like to see that. The 1-0, pretty well hit left center, going back toward the wall, and well, you make the catch. Wasn't pretty. Ben Haar, I'm not sure the footwork what he wanted it to be, but he made the play. Austin Young put a pretty good swing on that pitch. And there's one up and one down here in the Chinook first inning. Here's Ryan Linagio. Leo takes ball one. 6 foot, 185 out of Cal State Stanislaus, a sophomore from Denair, California. 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. Ball one strike.
Here's a foul ball brought to you by ABC Alaska.
All right, Jay Lester checking in from Xenia, Ohio. If they played tonight or not. Still in first place. I checked the standings, I think earlier today, and Scouts, I think, had a 2-game lead in the Great Lakes South Division. Changeup misses inside. 3-1 to Leo. Left-handed freshman from Long Beach State, Sky Wells. That ball's hammered into the left field corner. This is extra bases for Leo. It'll go all the way to the wall. Leo thinking about third, but he'll stay at second base. A 1-out double for Ryan Linagio, and there goes the no-hitter. That'll bring up Blake Wilhoit, the catcher, for the first time tonight.
1 out. That brings up catcher number 5, Blake Wilhoit.
So two good swings by the Nook hitters here. Audie put a good swing on that fly ball that took left fielder Ben Haar all the way to the warning track. And Leo turns on a ball. He's at second now with 1 out. And now it's Blake Wilhoit, who was the hero in the last Chinook ball game. A walk-off sac fly helped the Chinooks beat the Pilots 2-1 in a pitching and defensive game. It was on the Monday, and it was the third walk-off of the summer for the Nooks. 1-0, the count. The left-hander, foul tip. It's 1-1. The left-on-left matchup here. Sky Wells, 2-0 on the summer, 2.53 ERA, 21 in the third innings, 23 strikeouts, 11 walks. This is Wells' 6th appearance and his 5th start for the Bucs. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Well, no baseball outside on the Little League fields behind the fences here tonight, so the little guys got the night off. Wells from the stretch. The pitch. Ground ball in the hole, gets through, And Leo's going to be sent home, and he'll make it. 1-0 Chinooks. Nice piece of hitting by Blake Wilhoit. He went the other way with it. And Curtis Hebert appeared to glove it, but it got through him. So that'll be an RBI single for Wilhoit, scoring Leo. 1-0 Chinooks. Now here's Ryan Callahan stepping in. Callahan, 6'2", 220, out of the University of California, Pennsylvania, a sophomore out of Bexley, Ohio. 1 on, 1 out. Chinooks lead it 1-0. Hey, the last couple of ball games, check swing, did he go? Not sure, don't think he did. Mr. Umpire says no, sir. The Chinooks have done a really nice job in the last couple of games of getting out early and riding a 3-game winning streak. Both those games against the Pilots here, they were able to score runs early in the ball game. Of course, the Monday night game, just a really good pitchers battle. 2-1 was the final. Walk-off sac fly by Wilhoit in the bottom of the 9th at Lee Jordan Field. Fastball misses, it's 3-1. This is Sky Wells' 6th appearance as a Buck this summer and his 5th start. And there's ball 4. So there's his first walk of the night. You got 2 on and 1 out and a run in, and now it's Ryan Matheson.
With 2 on and 1 out, that brings up first baseman number 15, Ryan Matheson.
21 1/3 innings for Wells this summer. Pretty good numbers, 23 punch outs to just 11 free passes. So those are pretty good numbers. Maybe a little higher than you'd like in the walks, but still pretty good. And now he's got to face Matheson. Ryan Matheson, 6'1", 200 from the Masters University. First pitch, fouls it straight back, strike 1. Yep, another flyover. We'll have those all night long. We had one during the anthem tonight. It's kind of cool. We're not far from a couple of airports, so we're going to have flyovers all evening, as we do all the time in Anchorage. We have those in Chugiak as well. Got a Birchwood Airport not far, and we're right in the flight path of a lot of folks. Looping liner into left field. That's going to score 1. It might score 2. Callahan will be held at third. A double from Matheson, and it's 2-0 Chinooks. Kind of the same area of the field that Leo hit his double. So 2 doubles in the inning. Callahan stays at third base. Wilhoit scores easily. And now it's Tommy Rover stepping in. The switch inning shortstop will hit from the right side against the lefty Sky Wells. Big opportunity here to put a crooked number up on the board. Line drive to center, and that's going to fall in front of and go by the center fielder, Miles Smith. 2 runs will score easily. Rover will end up at third base. That'll be a single with a 2-base error. 1B8 if you're scoring at the house. Well, I don't think you can assume that Matheson's going to score on that base hit. So I'm going to give Callahan 1 RBI, or I'm sorry, Rover. We'll see. They may do it differently on the live stats here, but there goes Kenny Hocuff out to the mound slowly, and you already got a right-hander tossing in that Buck bullpen. Bring out my Walmart binoculars here. Let's see if I can figure out what number that guy is. 32. You know who that is. That is David Vizcaino. He's already getting loose here. I know that Coach Hocuff did not want to have to get anybody up in the first inning. I promise that. 4-0. Chinooks, another fast start. Here's Francis Segura, the DH. with only one out, Francis has got a chance to make it a 5-run inning. They're going to go ahead and concede the run up the middle, and corner infielders are wondering, they're looking in to see if they should play in. Francis does not get cheated in that first pitch, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. They're all playing kind of, well, third baseman's going to play a step behind the bag. First baseman is back, so conceding the run at 3, that's going to be a run. And it's 5-0. Segura does a good job right there, just putting the ball on the ground. 6-3 in the book, but an RBI for Francis, and it's 5-0 Chinooks. So that it was a 2-base error by center fielder Miles Smith. Tried to come in and short hop that ball, and it hopped over him. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Stepping in is Logan Mance. First at bat, and the Chinooks will bring 8 batters to home plate here in the first inning. So the Scouts had an off day today, and they'll hold on to a 2-game lead in their division of the Great Lakes League. So go Scouts. The 0-2 to Logan. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. But the Chinooks, 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. They leave nobody on base. We're through 1/2 inning. The Chinooks 5, and the Bucs coming to the plate. All right, let's go ahead and bring you back here as we get ready to play the bottom of inning number 1. Here's a lineup that Kenny Hocuff in his 8th summer to lead the Bucs program has put down. Leading off is going to be third baseman Cade Lacey. Batting second, left fielder Ben Haar. Batting third, second baseman Alex Pendergast. Batting cleanup, the DH, Jackson Sorensen. Batting fifth, first baseman Dante Turgeon. Right fielder Joey Narrett bats sixth. Batting seventh, the catcher Trenton Burkhalter. Batting eighth is the center fielder Miles Smith. Batting ninth for the Bucs, shortstop Curtis Hebert. Defensively for the Chinooks, Ryan Callahan in left. Kevin Duran gets the nod in center tonight. Austin Young out in right field. Next pitch fouled off. It's 0-2. Around the infield, Logan Mance at third. Tommy Rover at short. Ryan Lynn Agio at second. Ryan Matheson at first. Blake Wilhoit behind the plate and on the mound. 6'4", 195, a left-handed sophomore from Eastern Michigan. Grant Rising, grounder to shortstop. Tommy's got it. Fires it across, one out. We're underway. For Grant Rising, to be his fourth appearance in a Chinook uniform, his third start of the summer in the ABL. 0-2 with a 13.00 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 8 walks. For the sophomore from Canton, Michigan, Grant Rising. Full windup for the left-hander. Left-on-left matchup. Ball 1. This is Ben Haar, the left fielder. Next pitch, that's going to catch the corner. Ball 1 strike. Ben Haar, 6'1", 205 out of the University of San Diego, a freshman from somewhere in California. They don't have the hometown there. Just says Cali. Wild pitch goes to the net. It's 2-1. Got the pinstripes on. Kind of like the pinstripes. 2-1 pitch. That ball is high but shallow enough to stay in the yard. Austin Young toward the warning track. Hey, never a doubt. Austin Young flags it down there. About a step in front of the warning track for out number 2. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Pendergast. And Pendergast, 5'10", 180 from Dallas Baptist University. A junior from Des Moines, Iowa. Full windup for Grant Rising. Just misses low, ball 1. Now we started the game at 59 degrees. And the sun's trying to poke through tonight. That would be great. See that sun? Grounder, third base side. Logan Mance on the run. And, oh, he threw it away. Tough play over there. Let's see how they score it. Probably an error. Good throw, and I think he's out. I could go either way with that. We'll see how they score that. And we probably won't know until we see something on the live stats. Keep an eye on that. But either way, Pendergast reaches first base with 2 outs. Now it's Jackson Sorensen, the DH. He'll step in from the left side. Sorensen, 6'4", 225 out of Gonzaga. Big fella. Left-on-left matchup. Yeah. Off the plate, ball 1. Sorensen, a sophomore, a native of Idaho Falls, Idaho. And they did give it a hit. Line shot foul. It's out of play. So they will give Pendergast a hit on that, which I think I could see that either way. Was not an easy play, and Mance had a long way to run. Would have been a bang-bang play at first, and the deference goes to the hitter on that one for Pendergast. There goes the runner, Pendergast, and he'll get there. Stolen base for Alex Pendergast. Runner in scoring position now. Kind of knew that was coming. Kenny Hocuff likes to move his runners. It's going to be stolen base number 5 of the summer for Alex Pendergast. 5 for 7 now. 1-2 count, the pitch. And good block there by Will Hoyt. Keeps Pendergast at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grant Rising trying to put a 0 on the board here in the first. The Chinooks put a crooked number up, 5 in the top of the first. Love to put a 0 up right here. Checks the runner. The 2-2. Off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, if Sorensen reaches, then it would be Dante Turgeon. And Turgeon, 281. Sorensen leading the club at 375, so wouldn't be a bad walk. Pop up, out of play. Got to hit your pitch right here with a base open. Got about 100-point difference in who you're pitching to. Sorensen leads the Bucs with a 375 average. They are second in the conference with 271 batting average as a club. And this guy leads them at 375. Driven in 15. That's tied for the lead on the club. Bodeker also has 15. The 3-2. Jammed him into left field. That's going to fall in, and that'll be a run. Well, not a bad pitch by Grant, and that time Sorensen just fought that one off, plopped it into left field for an RBI single. So 5-1 your score. Now it's Dante Turgeon. Turgeon 281 on the summer. He's got 12 RBI. 16 for 57, 13 runs scored. Couple of doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 RBI for the Buck first baseman. First pitch. Misses high, ball 1. Grant, the set, the pitch, that's a hammered ball to third. Backhanded by Logan, fires it across, nicely done. Really good play there by Logan Mance. Had to go to his right, backhanded the ball, got to his feet, and threw a laser over to Matheson. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. 1 run on 2 hits, you leave 1 on. And our score after 1 complete inning here at Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska, it's the Chinooks 5 and the Bucs 1. Well, the Chinooks brought 8 batters to the plate in their half of the first inning, so leading things off will be the 9-hitter, Kevin Durant. "5-1 as we start playing the second inning. First pitch high, ball 1. Back on the mound, left-hander out of Long Beach State, Sky Wells. The 1-0. Boy, daddy hack right there, didn't get cheated. It's 1-1. Well, the Etchisons have checked in from Indiana. Glad you're tuning in. We'll have that. I interviewed Evan Etchison and Garrett DeClue before the ball game today. We'll play those interviews during the game, so probably run Garrett's interview here in a little bit, and then Evan a little later. Boy, tried to hold up, but couldn't do it. It's 2-2. To chase that fastball. Kevin Durant playing center tonight. Played some right field earlier in the summer, and I think this might be his first start in center field. The 2-2. Got him to chase again, strike him out. Second strikeout for Sky Wells. And that'll roll it back to the top of the lineup. Austin Young, the right fielder, stepping in. Audi 5'10", 200 out of the Masters, a sophomore from Fresno. And that's a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Audi. 294 on the summer for Austin Young. 15 for 51, 8 runs scored, 3 doubles, 4 RBI. Fastball misses high. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away, nobody on board. Top of the second, swing and a miss, got him. Boy, Sky Wells, 3 strikeouts in a row.
Nobody on, 2 outs, and that brings up second
And
base.
here's Ryan Leonasio.
Ryan Leonasio.
Leo, a double to left his first time up. He's 1 for 1. He leads the club with a .317 average. 20 for 63, 14 runs scored. That's tops on the club as he takes strike 1. Wells starting to find a rhythm here. 5 doubles, 9 RBI for the Chinooks second baseman. Popped up right side, and is it going to get out or not? It's right toward the fence, and nicely done over there by Dante Turgeon, right along the fence, and he stayed with it. So that'll be a PO3 to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. Boy, a quick inning for Sky Wells. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 5-1 Chinooks. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. Bottom of the second inning. 6, 7, and 8 for the Bucs. Joey Narrett. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. Narrett. I'm saying Narrat. Joey Narrett, the right fielder from the left side, takes a whack at a fastball, fouls it straight back, strike 1. Off-speed pitch, way out in front. It's quickly 0-2. Narrett, 6 foot 200 out of DBU, Dallas Baptist University, freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Full windup for Grant Rising. The 0-2 well off the plate. Well, I stand corrected. Their little leaguers are starting to show up at those fields out there, so maybe a practice tonight. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Leo gave it a dive, but he was playing to pull there. He was playing Narrett to pull, and he could not get up the middle. So that'll be another single for the Bucs. And with one aboard, here's Trenton Burkhalter.
Catcher number 16, Trenton Burkhalter.
Burkhalter, 6'1", 210, University of Nebraska, Omaha. That's the other UNO. I went to the original UNO, University of New Orleans. Sophomore from Stacy, Minnesota. First pitch, a little pop-up, and Leo's got a beat on it at second base, and there's 1 out. So Burkhalter got jammed on that pitch, and easy play for Ryan Leonasio. Now it's the center fielder, Miles Smith. Miles Smith,
Center fielder number 23.
6'1",
Miles
205, out of UC Irvine, a sophomore from Torrance, California. He'll step in from the left side. Fourth lefty of the day in the lineup for the Bucs. Grant will throw a pickoff over there. 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Chinooks. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error for the Bucs. Left on left matchup here. The pitch. Drops that breaking ball over the outside half of the plate. 0-1. Boy, he'd like to get a double play ball here. Probably going to have to get rid of it in a hurry here. Your center fielder at the plate. Ball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, that might be a game on that far field. They might be playing a game, no practice. I don't know. It looks like someone's pitching. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. Just off the plate. Not by much. 2-1. This is game 20 for the Chinooks. Game number 23 for the Bucs. They're 14-8 atop the ABL. ABL is still very tightly packed in terms of the spread. And that pitch misses. 3-1. Narrett acted like he wanted to do something at first base and shut it down. 3-1 with 1 away. Don't think you're going to be moving here. And another pickoff. Balls and a strike. There goes the runner. It's called a strike, and it's a stolen base. So Nerat gets the steal. That's the second steal of the night for the Bucs. And that'll be stolen base number 2 of the summer for the Buck right fielder. Full count now on Miles Smith. Here's the pitch. Oh, he just missed. I couldn't have taken that with 2 strikes, but Miles Smith gets the call. And there's your first walk of the night for Grant Rising. So first and second, 1 away.
Shortstop number 2, Curtis Hebert.
Here's Curtis Hebert, and if I know Kenny Hocuff, you're going to have some movement on the bases here at some point in this at bat. Stay, keep yourself out of the double play. Might have a bunt and run, hit and run, double steal, something. Here's the pitch. High and tight, ball 1. (5-1) Chinooks. We're in the second inning. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Well, no signs given. So might be content just to live with the results of the at-bat here. Next pitch, ground ball to short and gets through. And the runner's going to be sent. A throw is going to go to third. And it's 5-2. RBI single for Curtis Hebert. Well, you had Tommy Rover playing hold the runner.
Third baseman number 20.
And there's no way he could have gotten back to get that ball. So Grant and Tommy were talking about that. And maybe a little miscommunication there. Because normally that would have been a ball off the bat. I thought it might have been double play ball. and end up getting through for a hit. So an RBI single for Abear, scores Narrett, and it's 5-2. Back to the top you go. Cade Lacey swings through strike one. 2 on, still only 1 out. In a 3-run game. Both teams now with 4 hits. Grant rising from the stretch. The kick and the 0-1 just a bit outside. Ball 1 strike. We in fact do have a game on that far field. See them running around there. The 1-1, we kind of waved at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I guess the cottonwoods are starting to shed their seedlings. Looks like it's snowing out here sometimes at Mulcahy this time of year. It's floating around all over the place. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounder right back to Grant. He'll look to second for 1. Throw to first. Got him! Nicely done. 1-6-3 ends the inning. Actually, it was I think it was 1-4-3. I think Leo made that turn. But the Bucs do get a run, and we got a new score after 2 innings. It's now Chinooks 5 and the Bucs 2. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Top of the 3rd inning. And Blake Wilhoit will lead it off for the Chinooks. RBI single for Blake in the 1st inning. He's 1 for 1. First pitch popped out of play. 0-1. Wilhoit 297 on the summer. Foul tip, it's 0-2. 11 for 37, 3 runs scored, a double, 6 RBI. Oh-2 pitch, had a notion, and catcher thought about trying to tag Blake, but Mr. home plate umpire said, nah, don't bother. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 3rd, the pitch. And that's fouled off down the fence line. That fence line has got a who's who of players from the Pilots on the windscreen. It's pretty impressive. Walk up and down there, and Randy Johnson and miscellaneous others over the years that have played for the Glacier Pilots here. Bucs have their own wall of fame on their locker room area. Pop up left field should be playable for Ben Haar, and he makes the catch, and there's 1 out. That'll bring up left fielder Ryan Callahan.
1 out, that brings up
Callie,
left fielder number 25, Ryan Callahan.
Callie actually leading the club. I didn't refresh the stats earlier. leading the club 313, 21 for 67, 12 runs scored, 3 doubles, 10 RBI. Ben Weaver, who had to leave a few weeks ago, is going to forever hit 304 in the ABL in this summer of 2023. Then it's Ryan Lineggio right at 299, right under the 300 mark. And it's Will Hoyt, Audie Young, and Mike Kelly. Matheson right behind them. John Whitney. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. It's 1-2.
There's another foul ball. This was brought to you by Chinooks Athletics.
Ryan Lineggio leads the club in runs scored, 14 on the summer. Callie leads the club in hits with 21. 1-2 pitch. He went down and got it, and I thought it was going to bloop over Pendergast's head, but it did not make it over his head. So it's an out, and there's 2 away. So here's Ryan Matheson now. RBI double for Rhino his first time up. And Matheson 254 on the summer, 16 for 63, 9 runs scored, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run and 12 RBI. That 12 RBI leads the club. First pitch is in there, strike 1. He's got another double and an RBI, so 13 now on the year for Rhino. And that'll make 4 doubles. That's going to catch the corner. 0-2. Rhino now with 7 extra base hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. The 0-2. Boy, kind of stopped his swing and still fouled it off. Count stays no balls, 2 strikes. Misses out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, you got one team. Well, maybe there's just some guys. Looks like there's some ball players hitting in the batting cages at one of those fields out there, getting some swings in. Swing and a miss. There's your inning. 3 up, 3 down, and Sky Wells starting to find a rhythm out there. Strikeout number 4 for Wells. The Nooks go in order here in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And we're through 2.5, 5-2 Nooks. Well, thanks for checking in. The Niemans have checked in from Kansas, rooting for the Nooks. Had a good chat with Peyton tonight in the outfield. Walking around during batting practice, getting our pregame interviews with Garrett DeClue and Evan Etchison. We'll actually run that after this half inning. We'll run the Garrett DeClue interview after this half inning. So stay tuned for that. I'll just let that run, by the way. Both of them are about 5 minutes, so I may get through the whole inning and not do any kind of play-by-play, just listening to those guys talk about their summer and talk about their experiences here in Alaska. The 0-1. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. And this is the 2-hitter, Ben Haar. Flew out to right field his first time up. So Haar 0 for 1 tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Big 12-6 breaking ball. Pounds it into the turf. And it'll stay 0-2. Ben Hart, 190 on the summer. 8 for 42, 9 runs scored, a double, a homer, 5 RBI. The 0-2 takes another healthy swing that time. And count will remain no balls, 2 strikes.
This one brought to you by ABC Alaska.
Grant going from that full windup. The next 0-2 and another foul ball. Pesky at bat right here by the left fielder, Ben Hart. Next pitch, foul tip. Blake held on to it. It's a strikeout. So nicely done there. That'll be strikeout number 1 of the night for Grant Rising. A nice job behind the plate by Blake Wilhoit. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Pendergast. Infield single his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the summer. Pendergast, 315 average, 17 for 54, 9 runs scored, 3 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, 14 RBI. That's second on the club. The 0-1 misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got a nice collection of extra base hits as well. Got 6 of them on the summer. Bodeker's got 9. He's got 4 doubles, 3 triples, a couple homers. I think that leads the club in extra base hits. It's tied with Sorensen with 15 RBI. He is not in the lineup tonight. The 1-2. Ground ball to third, and boy, nothing to do about that. He's got 2 infield singles. Both of them go to Logan Mance at third base. And you got a runner aboard with 1 out. Kind of a swinging bunt. Logan was playing back, and that ball just trickled. Sometimes those kind of swings will create a little English on the ball and roll foul. Did not happen that time. Now it's Jackson Sorensen. RBI single to left field, his first at bat. So he's 1 for 1. Talked about it the first time he was up, leading the club with a 375 average. He's got 7 extra base hits, 5 doubles, a couple of triples, no homers. He's tied with Bodeker with 15 RBIs. Well, Alex Pendergast did steal his 5th base of the summer last time he was at first base. So Grant trying to keep him close this time with an 0-1 count. There he goes. And not going to make a throw. Stolen base number 6 of the summer for Alex Pendergast. And then they got a runner in scoring position.
There's another stolen
1 out.
Now
the Bucs now lead in the hit column, 5-4. That ball's drilled to right field. Audie will pick it on 1 hop. He'll throw it home. Relay comes, and oh my goodness. Wow. Really close play at the plate, called him safe. So an RBI single for Jackson Sorensen, his 2nd of the night. And we have a 5-3 game. That will bring up Dante Turgeon.
Number 13, Dante Turgeon.
5-4-0 for the Nooks, 3-6-1 for the Bucs. Ground ball could be 2, 6, and you bobble it. That's going to be an error on Tommy Rover. Had a chance at turn 2 there. Not sure, Turgeon, a first baseman, not going to get down the line super fast there. Ball was not sharply hit, and Tommy just missed it. It's kind of hit right in front of him and got the in-between hop and hopped out of his glove.
Brings up number 15, right fielder, Joey Narrett.
Now here's the right fielder, Joey Narrett, stepping in for the second time. He had a base hit to center to lead off the second inning. He's 1 for 1. Narrett on the summer, 317 for the Bucs, 13 of 41, 8 runs scored, 5 doubles. That's tied for the team lead. Couple of home runs. Big hack right there, 1-1. He's got 7 extra base hits. He's got 9 RBI. So off to a good start here. He was a latecomer. He wasn't up here for the first couple of weeks. At least the first week. Here's the 1-1. And he pounds that one into the turf. It's 1-2. Well, you're still 1 pitch away from the inning being over here. Just need that double play ball. First and second, 1 out. Bucs already have a run in here in the 3rd inning. They've scored in all 3 innings. Single run in all 3 innings. And fouls that one straight back.
That foul ball brought to you by Dewey's Athletics.
Count remains 1-2. Miss Freeman's checked in from Fresno, California. Appreciate that. Glad to have all you aboard tonight. Kind of an overcast night. Temperature actually has gone up since we started, or maybe it's staying close to the same here. We were 59 when we started, still 59. The 1-2 popped out of play. We have been below normal for most of this summer. And I know it's frustrating for all the locals of getting frustrated with the cooler, rainier summer that we've had so far. Had a couple of nice days in the 70s, but not many. And like today, good to get to 60. Here's the 1-2. Boy, not with 2. Could not have taken that pitch. And Narrett gets the call. That was a fastball, and it had to be a slice low. Really good pitch by Grant Rising. 2-2 with 1 out. Now you might start the runners here. Not going. Fouled off. You got the big fella leading the train there, and you're probably not going to get him moving. So Sorensen at the second base. If you had, I don't know. You got two big Clydesdales out there running the bases right now. They're big fellas. Probably not the speediest of runners. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's well short of the plate. It's going to be full count. Well, now you just got to make sure you put this ball in play here. You don't want to walk the bases loaded. Bucs have done a good job of pecking away. It was a 5-run Chinook lead. Got it down to 5-3. Full count. Here's the pitch. Line drive, that's in the gap. That's going to score 2 runs, and we're going to be tied. All the way to the wall. And all the way to third goes Narrett. It's a 2-run triple, and we're tied at 5. Good piece of hitting there by Joey Narrett.
Runner on third and 1 out. That brings up catcher number 16,
That's the third hit of the inning for the Bucs. Haar struck out to lead off the inning. It was an infield single by Pendergast. Sorensen a single to right. Turgeon reached on an error, and now a triple. And the Bucs have tied it. First pitch is in there, strike one to Trenton Burkhalter. He's the catcher. Popped up to Leo at second his first time up. Breaking pitch, misses outside, ball one. Burkhalter, 283 on the summer, 13 for 46. The 1-1. It's off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. 5 runs scored. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 3 RBI. For the Buck catcher, we're at the 7th position in the Buck lineup. Here's the 2-1. And changeup comes up short. 3-1. Here's the 3-1. And he missed it. Ball 4. Second walk of the night for Grant Rising. And you got runners on the corners now for center fielder Miles Smith. Miles Smith was the recipient of Grant's first walk of the night, and he'll step in. And again, you're not going to have probably great speed on the bases here, so I'm not sure you're going to do anything funny in terms of trying to double steal, but hit and run certainly on the table in this situation. As Cody's checked in from Texas, always good to hear from those Texans. My wife and I are from Tyler, Texas. And Copeland's watching from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So thanks for checking in. We're going to hear from Garrett DeClue here after this half inning. You got 1 out and runners in the corners. The Bucs have tied it. A 3-run third inning. They now have 7 hits. And you got the center fielder at the plate. Blake looked into the dugout to try to get the sign on how they're going to handle it defensively here. First and third, only 1 out. Well, I'd like to have a double play ball here and end the inning. Grant checks the runners. And you're going to pick off just to keep him honest over there. Five, 4-1 for the Nooks. 5-7-1 for the Bucs. And another pickoff. Well, you do have a right-hander, and it looks like Landon Cody. Yep, that's old number 17 down there. So Landon Cody getting loose in the Nook bullpen. Outside corner called a strike. You know, Miles Smith had to wait a while for a pitch, and when he got one, it was a good breaking ball by Grant. 0-1 with 1 out. Next pitch, and that's in there for a strike. It's 0-2. You know, Smith hesitant to take the rip at that one, and now you got to put it in play if you're a Buck fan here. Certainly love to see a double play ball. Here's the 0-2. Chopper to first. Matheson will field it and take the only play he's got at first base. Coming home with the go-ahead run is Joey Nerett, and the Bucs now lead 6-5. So that'll be a fielder's choice. Miles Smith drives in a run. 3U. Here's Curtis Hebert.
That brings up number 2, shortstop Curtis Hebert.
Base hit to left field his first time up, drove in a run. And this will be the 8th batter for the Bucs here in inning number 3. They've scored 4 to take the lead, 6-5. High pop up, and Leo should have a beat on this ball. And boy, he stays with it. A little snow cone there. And that'll do it. P4 if you're scoring at the house.
As we head into the 4th, Bucs take the lead 6-5.
And the Bucs get 4 runs on 3 hits. They'll leave a couple guys on, and we go to the 4th inning. It's now 6-5 Bucs. Let's hear from Garrett DeClue. Talked to him before the game. We'll let this run and pick it back up after the interview is completed. All right, we're out in the outfield with Garrett DeClue,
Yes, sir.
pitcher for the Chinooks. Tell people where you're from, your history in the game, where you're playing college ball, and just how you got up here in Alaska.
Yeah, so, I just finished my senior year. I guess it was my 5th year, my second senior year. But I played my freshman summer with the Xenia Scouts in Ohio. And then my junior college coach kind of got me connected with them.
Okay.
And that was a great summer. And then I think it was 2 summers later, I came back to the Scouts with my younger brother.
Nice.
And
You had to play in a team with him.
yep.
Cool.
So we played that summer together.
What position did he play?
He's pitcher too.
All right.
Yeah, he's a right-handed
Wow.
pitcher. Yeah. And so that was a lot of fun.
Reliever, starter? Did you guys ever pitch in the same game?
I don't think so. I can't remember. I don't
I'm just
think so.
curious.
But that summer he was like a mid-relief guy. He made a few starts. But
So hometown, college?
hometown, from Littleton, Colorado,
Okay.
born and
Okay.
raised.
Nice.
And I haven't been back there except for Christmas, really, because every summer I've been
Right.
somewhere else. But I go to University of the Cumberlands in Kentucky, and I spent my 3rd year there. I spent 2 years in Nebraska at a junior college.
Okay.
And so now
Are you done with your degree?
I'm done. I graduated last year in Christian Ministries
Oh,
and,
nice.
and church planning.
Okay.
And I'm taking my final class now for my master's in coaching and fitness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And so I'm about to finish that up. And so I'm not sure what I want to do after this. I'm going to do I think I'll try for like 2 years to play independent, maybe
Right.
like tryouts or
Yeah.
something like that, and see what happens or whatever. But so I guess that's where my heart is now, is still playing. But I'm really open. I don't know if I'm going to work in the church, if I'm going
Right.
to coach somewhere, if I have no idea. But this summer, I was just going to play on a team back home and work. And towards the end of the spring, Jason Lester from Ohio was talking to me, saying to come out here, and I was interested for sure, talking to my parents and my coach, and then Tim Cole started talking to me more, and then it was kind of a last-minute decision, but came down here, and I'm loving it. It's been different this summer, not baseball-wise, but definitely discipleship-wise. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I've kind of worked over the past couple of years, trying to become a man, figure
Right.
things out, but now it's kind of getting to the real world where I really need to put it to the
Starting
test.
to get real. And
Yeah. So I guess I've been taking it more seriously, in discipleship
Good.
and stuff like that. So it's definitely been challenging, but I really feel God working at me and touching my heart and softening it up a little bit. And so I'm excited for the future, whatever it is. But so I turned 24 in December, and but I'm really just trying to enjoy my time here now and with the guys, and just kind of.
So what have you enjoyed that's uniquely Alaska? You've been up here a month. We're about halfway there. What kind of things? Is there something that sticks out in the first month of being in Alaska that has been kind of fun for you to experience outside the game and outside discipleship?
Yeah, we got mountains in Colorado and stuff, but it is really cool just being out here with the guys and just enjoying the small things of van rides and stuff like that. But I guess with Alaska, just the different people, the different restaurants, scenery. The mountains are different, honestly, than Colorado. They're a little bit more rugged and
Right.
tough to climb, and But it's still pretty cool just getting to know these guys and, I don't know, going on hikes. And, I mean, even at our home field, just maybe something's going rough on the mound, you kind of step off, and, I mean, the mountains are right there, which is just a good reset. You know, it's kind of, this is bigger than baseball, you know. It's not as important as I make it out to be, which is it's pretty cool because in Kentucky we have that. My school is in the Appalachian Mountains, so we have like hills compared to this.
Right.
And I never really felt that, like looking over and seeing the hills, but here it's kind of opened my eyes. Yeah. So that's something I definitely don't want to take for granted. And I mean, I never thought I'd be here, and I never thought I'd end up in Kentucky. Same thing for Nebraska. And just looking back, it's just kind of cool to see the way God has put me in certain teams and certain places that I didn't think I wanted to go to at the beginning, but looking back, it was like that was a perfect place for me. So I think this is the same thing. Is looking back on this, I know it'll be the right decision, and I mean, a summer that I'll never forget. You know.
Well, God's pretty cool that way, isn't he?
For sure.
Well, Garrett, I'm glad you're here. I've enjoyed getting to know you just a little bit in discipleship, and I've really enjoyed watching you pitch on the mound. Look forward to seeing a lot more of you on the mound as the summer progresses.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for taking time today.
Yeah, yes, sir. No problem.
All right, that's Garrett DeClue. Good little chat with him out in right center field tonight during batting practice as Francis Segura finally does get the walk as he took off running down to first base on what was a strike call. So came back, fouled the ball off. First batter of the inning was Tommy Rover. He hit a ball deep to left center field, but the center fielder Miles Smith flagged it down near the warning track. So there's one out and one aboard. And now you got Logan Mance at the plate. Foul tips that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. That walk to Segura was walk number 2 for Sky Wells. He has been in a rhythm. The 1-1 pitch. Hammered, caught at third base. Cade Lacey had to reach far to his right across his body, made a really nice play. Put a star by that one. L5, Mance is out, and there's 2 away for Kevin Duran. Kevin Duran struck out swinging his first time up.
Center fielder, number 4, Kevin Durant.
KD 182 on the summer, 4 of 22. First pitch fouls it off. Bucs now lead at 6-5. 6 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Nooks 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Francis Segura over at first. The 0-1. Misses. Ball gets away. I think that's going to be a pass ball. That did not hit the turf before it got to the catcher. So I'll score it a pass ball. We're not privy necessarily to the exact scoring here on that one. And now you're going to go out and have a chat between the catcher and the pitcher as Burkhalter will tell Sky Wells what the signs are with the runner at second base. Well, you'd love to get that run back and tie the ball game. Segura now at second base with 2 outs. Kevin Duran getting his first start in center field tonight. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know if he started a number of times in right field, but I think tonight's his first start in center. Breaking pitch, fouls it straight back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There's a foul ball brought to you by Dewey's Athletics.
I think Kevin's family's in town at the moment, so boy, it's so nice for these guys to, what a treat it is for the families to get to come up here and watch their children play some college baseball in the summer in Alaska. Breaking pitch, just missed low, not by much. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the 4th, Bucs have come all the way back to take a 1-run lead, 6-5. Sky Wells, the left-hander from Long Beach State. Grounded to short. This should do it. This is Bear up with it, throws across, and there's your inning. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. No runs on no hits, 1 left. That's the first runner the Nooks have left on base all night. And we are through 3.5 innings, and your score, Bucs 6, Nooks 5.
Bucs still lead the
65 pitches for the sophomore from Eastern Michigan University, Grant Rising. He's back on the rubber. And for the Bucs, top of the lineup, Cade Lacey, the third baseman. 0 for 2, a grounded to short, and he grounded into an inning-ending double play in the second inning. So he's 0 for 2 tonight. Takes ball 1. That was pitch number 66 for Grant. Sky Wells has thrown 69 through his 4 innings of work. Ground ball in the hole. Mance up with it, spins, throws, got him. Very nicely done there. Nifty glove work by third baseman Logan Mance. And there's 1 out. Well, some nifty defense by both clubs. Both third basemen really flashing the leather here last inning. Here's Ben Haar. Ben Haar has flown out to right, struck out swinging. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Pop up left field. Callahan on the run, can't quite get there. Well, that ball hit just outside the foul line, down the left field corner. And Callie gave chase and couldn't quite come up with it. They got an interesting setup here. They got the turf about 3 feet inside each foul line, all the way to the foul pole. So they never have to paint a line here, which is kind of nice from the field maintenance standpoint. All they got to do is cut the grass. Kind of see that. And I don't think I've ever seen a field quite like that, but it's smart. And it certainly saves the coaching staff and whoever maintains the field having to paint those lines. Next pitch, there's a ground ball that does get through. Logan Mance laid out there but could not get the glove on it. So single, first hit of the night for Haar. Good piece of hit, and he goes the other way. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Pendergast. And Pendergast, he's got 2 hits tonight. Both of them are infield singles to Logan Mance at third. First time he hit a little slow roller that did not go foul. And the second time, kind of the same thing, a little slow roller. And he's got 2 infield singles to third base tonight. First pitch. Inside, called a strike. Well, you've already had 1 double play tonight. Like to flip and dip another one here. Thanks for all the live chat check-ins. Keep them coming. The 0-1. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July. The Nooks were in a 4th of July parade. About half of them were able to come. The other half had some plans that were not able to be changed. So we had about half the club there and all the coaches and coaches' wives. First time we've ever done the 4th of July parade. And it was good. Well attended. And handed out a lot of candy. The 1-1. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. about a 2.5-mile walk for those of us that walked. We had a trailer. A big shout out to Ken McCarty, one of our host dads, who loaned the Chinooks one of his trailer, a flatbed trailer that my wife Kitty and Casey Cole decorated. Pop up right field, playable for Austin Young. He's under it. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 outs. So a tip of the cap to my wife Kitty and Casey for doing a nice job of decorating. And thanks for Ken McCarty, helped a bunch. Not only loaning his trailer, but helping with the decorations. And so big shout out to him. And we'll have the Bear Paw Festival coming up next weekend, and we'll be marching in that parade on the 15th. That's a Saturday. That's also an off day. First pitch misses, ball 1. 2 outs, 1 aboard. This is Jackson Sorensen. He's 2 for 2 with a couple RBIs. He's also scored a run. He's had a good night. The kick, the 1-0. That ball's laced foul. Tell you what, I'd be very careful with this guy. He can swing the stick. He's a big guy. And he's swinging a hot bat this summer. Leading the team going in, 375. And he's added to his RBI lead. He's now 17 on the year. And that leads the Bucs. The 1-1. Boy, perfect pitch right there. 1-2. Sorensen hitting 600 in the last week. The 1-2, there goes the runner, fouled off. We'll do it again. Turgeon is hitting 615 over the last week. 8 for 13. So he's the hottest of the Bucs over the last 7 days. Kind of glad we're not seeing Bodeker tonight. He's also tearing it up, 462 over the last 7 days. The 1-2 pitch, runner going again. Fly ball left field, should be handled by Callie, and Ryan stays with it for out number 3. F7 if you're scoring at the house. No runs on 1 hit, you leave 1 on. And we're through 4 innings. It's 6-5 Bucs.
We'll head in the 5th inning. The Bucs still lead 6-5. Some more run.
Here's Audie. First pitch swinging, pops it up, playable at first base. Turgeon just outside fair territory, catches it for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out as the leadoff hitter Austin Young pops out. He's now 0 for 3. Now it's Ryan Leonasio. And Leo tonight, 1 for 2, a double his first time up, scored a run in the first, popped up in the same area to Dante Turgeon. Pitch is in there, strike 1. Coach Cole still got the short sleeve hoodie on tonight, the lightweight short sleeve hoodie. Colonel Ted McGovern has got the long sleeve lightweight hoodie on at first base. He's having a little chuckle with the first base umpire at the moment. You'd be surprised how much talking goes on during the game between base coaches and umpires. And I don't know what happened. It just got cool in here. Little tapper to the first baseman. Turgeon got to flip it and not going to get him. That'll be an infield single for Leo. His second hit of the night. Well, the heater's been on all night, and all of a sudden it got cold in here. Blake Wilhoit steps in. 1 for 2 for Blake. He's got an RBI. Flew out to left field his last time up. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. High and tight, 1-1. Well, it's been a battle of the lefties tonight. Grant Rising and Sky Wells. And it's a 6-5 game here, top of the 5th. Next pitch. Had a notion, but held off. Well, the Bucs are second in the ABL in team batting average, 271. Glacier Pilots, 285. Tell you what, the Chinooks, the last 3 games have really shut down that Pilot offense. They were at 295 going in. There's a fly ball to left, and it'll be caught by Ben Haar. He had to run a long way to get there, but he did so for out number 2. Off the bat, it looked like it might have a shot to get to the gap, but didn't get there. Here's Ryan Callahan. Callahan 0 for 1 with a walk. He scored a run in that first inning. A 5-run first inning. It's all the runs that the Chinooks have been able to muster. Sky Wells has put up zeros ever since that inning. Got to tip your cap to him, as he's been very effective. Trying to think here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At one point, retiring 9 in a row. He's retired. The only 2 base runners has been a walk to Segura and an infield single by Leo a moment ago. Since that 5-run first inning. Base hit to right field for Callie, and all the way to third goes Leo. So good piece of hitting by Ryan Callahan. Gets him his first hit of the night. It gets Leo to third with 2 outs. Here's Ryan Matheson. And I thought you were going to make a visit to the mound, but I guess you just gave the umpire some baseballs. Well, that wind, I guess it just picked up. It's now blowing from right to left. It's a little chillier up here than it was about 10 minutes ago. And Rhino takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 aboard. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run at first. The 1-0. Hammered but foul. That'll go way over the stands here at Mulcahy. I gotta believe these stands were full of fans last night with that fireworks. They always pack it out. And had doubleheader, a non-league doubleheader between the Bucs and Pilots on the 4th of July every summer here. The 1-1 got him to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, big spot in this game here. 5th inning, Nooks got a chance with a 2-out, 2 base runner situation. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There goes Callahan. And that ball will miss. And now you got 2 in scoring position. So Callie Stolen base right there. Stolen base number 4 for Ryan Callahan. That ball's drilled to center, but right at the center fielder, Miles Smith, for out number 3. Boy, that was drilled, barreled up by Matheson. But Smith didn't have to move very far to make the catch. No runs on 2 hits. You leave 2 on, and you're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 6-5 Bucs. Dante Turgeon will lead it off for the Bucs. Next pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Grant Rising back on the bump. It's pitch number 81 for Grant, as he works here in the top of the 6th inning. Ball's drilled high left field. Callie under it, makes the grab. 1 out. So Turgeon now 0 for 3. And that'll bring up Joey Narrett, the right fielder. 2 for 2, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored, a single and a triple. Quite a night for the young man from Dallas Baptist University. Breaking pitch, misses high, ball 1. 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for the Bucs. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Nooks. Play on here in the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. That ball's fouled off. Full windup for Rising. Just missed, not by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to second. This is Leonasio. Makes the play. 2 outs. Now it's Trenton Burkhalter for the 3rd time. Pop up to second and a walk. He's 0 for 1.
Catcher number 16, Trenton Burkhalter.
First pitch is going to miss outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, if you look at the pitching numbers, Miners have the best ERA in the league, 4.28. Then it's the Oilers at 4.52. Interesting. Then it's the Glacier Pilots, 4.80. Then it's the Bucs, 4.84, and the Chinooks, 6.06. So all the teams in the 4s except for the Nooks. And it's interesting that right now the Bucs hold on to first place. And that tells you kind of how tight this conference is, or this league rather. So a 3-0 count now to Burkhalter. Missed inside. It's a 4-pitch walk. And let's see, that's walk number 3, I think. Let's see here.
1 on and 2 outs. That brings up center fielder number 23, Miles Smith.
Actually, it's walk number 2. So 2 walks on the night for Grant Rising. Here's Miles Smith. He walked and grounded out to first base. He actually drove a run in his last time by grounding out to first. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Well, you need to keep this thing right where it's at. You had Landon Cody up earlier in the game. Right now, not sure, nope. Doesn't look like anybody's up there throwing at the moment. Here's the 1-0. Boy, well short of the plate. That's a wild pitch. And there goes the runner to third. You throw it there, and safe. And Logan Mance, I don't know if he got injured on the slide there. Boy, really good hustle by Burkhalter. He gets to third on the wild pitch. You do have a lot of room behind home plate here at Mulcahy. And he didn't stop. He knew from the get-go that had a chance to get him to third, and he just kept running and got all the way to third with 2 outs. Generally, you're not going to do that. With 2 outs, you got to get to third standing up. Do not want to make the last out of the inning at third base. And I mean, it was a close play, but it wasn't as close as it could have been. And so you got to tip your cap to Burkhalter. Good hustle there to get to third. 3-0 count for the second batter in a row. And that's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Well, now it looks like you might have Tristan Copeland starting to get loose down there. The 3-1. In there for a strike. It's 3-2. Well, you're 1 strike away from getting off this field with a 1-run game. Love to keep it right where it's at. Earlier this next pitch just missed. Not a bad spot. Didn't think it was that far off the plate. Smith thought it was a ball for sure. He gets the call. So the 3rd walk of the night, the 2nd walk in a row for Grand Rising.
That brings up shortstop number 2, Curtis Hebert.
And now it's Curtis Hebert, the 9-hitter. 1 for 2 tonight for Hebert. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. Popped up to second base in the 3rd. Situation right here, you don't want to let it get out of hand. First pitch hammered to short. Tommy flips it over to Leo, and there's your inning. Well hit ball by Hebert, but it went right to Rover. Easy play to finish the inning. No runs on no hits, 2 left. And we're through 5 innings. 6-5 Bucs.
We're into the 6th inning. The Bucs are up 6-5.
All right, the Bucs have gone to the bullpen. Left-handed freshman from Arizona State, 6'2", 210, Steven Hernandez will take over for Sky Wells.
Number 29 from Arizona State, Steven Hernandez.
So you can close the book on Sky Wells. He ends up throwing 84 pitches through 5 innings of work. He would be the pitcher of record if the Bucs hold on to win this one. First pitch to Tommy Rover in there for a strike. It's 0-1. So pretty good job by Sky Wells. He gave up 5 runs in the first inning and then nothing from there. 4 zeros in a row. Did work through some traffic, finishing up with 84 pitches in 5 innings. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. The 0-2 to Rover, grounded foul. Coach Cole making the play over there. Like to see that. He's still got the short sleeve lightweight hoodie on. As we've got differing climates up here in the press box. We got the heater at our feet, and the breeze just started coming about half an hour ago up here. So line drive up the middle, base hit. Tommy Rover. Second hit of the night for Tommy. And the Nooks have the tying run aboard here in the 6th. Stepping in now, Francis Segura. Ground ball to short that actually scored a run back in the first inning and a walk. He's 0 for 1. Segura on the year 1 for 9. Inside. Of course, he's coming off that injury. And this is only his 4th game of the summer. Next pitch in there for a strike. Rover at first, getting his lead. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. Six, 8-1 for the Bucs. 5-7-1 for the Chinooks. The kick, the pitch, grounded just foul down the third base line. And we'll do it again. Boy, just all over that pitch. Couldn't quite keep it fair. .6'2", 210, Steven Hernandez now on the mound for the Bucs. Pop up foul territory. You got room, and you make another nice play. Dante Turgeon right along that fence line. That's the second time he's done that tonight. So, boy, Turgeon has saved a couple of outs there for the Bucs. A lot of foul territory here at the ballpark. Now it's Logan Mance, a strikeout and a line out to third. He's 0 for 2. Logan 172, 5 for 29. He'll step out. Try to give you some numbers on Hernandez here in a moment. First pitch. This is low, ball 1. Steven Hernandez, 1-3 on the summer, a 7.42 ERA. His 5th appearance. This is the first time he's come out of the bullpen. There goes the runner. Tapper to third. It's going to trickle foul. So Hernandez, his first appearance out of the bullpen for the Bucs this summer. 13 in the 3rd innings, 12 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's given up 12 hits in 13 and a 3rd. So first time out of the pen for the Arizona State freshman, a native of Chandler, Arizona. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Called a strike. 1-2. Boy, good changeup. Struck him out. Really pulled a string on that one. First strikeout for Hernandez. And 5 strikeouts for Buck pitching. 2 outs in the inning. Rover still at first base. Here's a 9-hitter, Kevin Durant.
With 2 outs, left brings up center fielder number 4, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, a strikeout, a ground out to short. He's 0 for 2. Pitch is called a strike. Well, Hernandez has done a good job. He's thrown 12 pitches in the inning, only 2 balls. 10 strikes, 2 balls. Pitch is going to miss high. Next pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Well, the Nooks will be right back down at Mulcahy tomorrow against the Pilots. There goes the runner. You foul it off. Staying alive, 1-2. So after an off day on the 4th, you got the Bucs tonight, the Pilots tomorrow, right back here at Mulcahy. Then you go to Matsu on Saturday, and then you're back down here at Mulcahy against the Pilots on Sunday. You played the Pilots an awful lot here early in the year. And I think, as I look at this schedule, your last game against the Pilots is going to be this Sunday. Next pitch, grounded in the hole, base hit. So a 2-out rally going here. A couple of base knocks in the inning. And that's the first hit of the night for KD. So you got 2 on and 2 out. Back to the top, Austin Young. Audio for 3 tonight, so he's due tonight. Came in 278 for the Nooks. Big opportunity here. Try to tie this game. Extra bases might give the Nooks the lead. Kevin Durant at first base. Got to believe if you get a double here, he's going to score. First pitch just misses, ball 1. Steven Hernandez, a left-handed freshman from Arizona State University, pitching here in the top of the 6th. Pop up, this should do it, right field. Near it, under it, and makes the grab for out number 3. So the Nooks can't capitalize with 2 hits. They leave 2 guys on, and a 0 on the board.
It's about 6. That's 5.
We're through 5.5. It's the Bucs 6 and the Chinooks 5. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. And the Chinooks have done their old switcheroo. This time it's Logan Mance coming in to pitch. So you got a 9-man lineup. You will burn the DH here as Mance comes in to pitch from third base. Ty Beck takes over at first base, and Matheson moves from first to third. First pitch from Logan Mance is off the plate, ball 1. So that'll be it for Grant Rising. He throws 95 pitches in 5 innings of work. Now it's Logan Mance facing the leadoff hitter, Cade Lacey. And quickly now, 2-0. Lacey 0 for 3 tonight. 3 ground ball outs. He's worked a 2-0 count here as we play on in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 pitch. That ball's drilled right at Callahan in left and off his glove. He can't make the play. Had it in his glove for a minute. That's going to be a double. Not an easy play for Ryan Callahan. That ball was smoked. And got to believe they're going to give him a double there. Callahan had to run to the warning track, and it's snow-coned right out of the end of his glove.
Nobody out. That brings up number 3.
Here's Ben Haar. Well, the Bucs trying to add on to a 1-run lead here in the 6th. We will play, by the way, Evan Etchison's interview after this half inning. After this end of the 6th inning, we'll play. Got a chance to talk to Evan in the outfield again. Played Garrett's interview at the end of the 3rd inning, and we'll play Evan's interview here after this half inning. First pitch, you showed bunt, pulled back for ball 1. Ben Haar 1 for 3, seeing to the left his last time up. Going to show bunt early here. Pull back, slash, and that goes foul. Well, Ty was creeping in when he saw the bunt. And then you got Haar spinning and slashing and pulling that ball foul down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-5 Bucs. Logan Mance now on the mound, the set, and the pitch. Called a strike. Not sure the right hand came up, but I heard it. I didn't have my crowd mic going. I don't think I'd have known that was a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're at the 2 position in the Buck lineup. Ball's drilled foul. Right field corner into the Chinook bullpen. Do it again. Logan Mance, the set, the pitch, grounder, left side. This is going to be Leo now. 4-3, and there's 1 out. And that's a productive out for the Bucs as it moves Lacey to third with only 1 out. Now it's your 3-hitter, Alex Pendergast. 2 for 3 tonight for him. And gotta believe they're gonna let this fella hit. He's got 2 infield singles to third base tonight to go with a fly ball to right. Infield's gonna come into the baselines. First pitch is in there, strike 1. And your outfield is actually going to, you got Kevin Durant playing pretty shallow in center. Audie's playing kind of shallow in right. Callie normal to deep in left field. 1 ball, 1 strike to second baseman Alex Pendergast. The 1-1. Just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Not sure he liked the call. He steps back behind the mound to gather himself a little bit. Here's the 2-1. That's well low, and Blake Wilhoit able to block that ball. It is raining out. I was going down to the other press box to try to tell the Bucs broadcasters about the switcheroo with the 9-man lineup, and it is raining. So it's not raining hard, but just a little sprinkle. The 3-1, ball 4. Well, that'll put runners on the corners. That's the first walk for Logan, 4th walk for Chinook pitching. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Here is Jackson Sorensen. And this is a dangerous at bat right here.
2-1 and 1 out.
Sorensen 2 for 3 tonight, adding to his team lead at batting average. And well, you just got to be careful here. There goes the runner, grounder to tie through the wickets. And that's going to be an E3. A run's coming home. So Ty just kind of pulled up on that ball a little bit early, and it went right through the wickets. Pendergast goes to 3rd base. Lacey comes home to score easily. And it's a 7-5 lead, still only 1 out. Boy, you might have had a chance at a double play there, not sure. Ball wasn't smoked off the bat, but you surely would have gotten at least 1 out. Now you got 1st and 3rd, still 1 out. And first pitch is in there to Dante Turgeon. Turgeon tonight 0 for 3. He's reached twice on an error. I'm sorry, he's reached once. He flew out to left field his last time up. Little tapper foul. So grounded out to 3rd, reached on an error by Tommy Rover, and flew out to left field. And it's raining a little harder now. Pop up, out of play. Well, we're in the official game territory here, and I don't think it's not. This field will take a good bit of rain. You just got to make sure the pitchers and the hitters have a grip on things, but you definitely can see that the rain has picked up here in the last little bit. Boy, another foul ball. (7-5) Bucs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bucs have added on to a 1-run lead in this inning. Still only 1 out and 2 aboard. Boy, Sorensen had a chance to go. The ball's hit right up the middle, and it's 8-5. RBI single for Turgeon. And the Bucs now have a 3-run lead. And stepping in is the right fielder, Joey Narrett, steps in. He's had a nice night, 2 for 3 for Narrett, and that'll bring another visit from the Babe. Easton Babe, assistant coach for the Chinooks. And one of the challenges when you go to a 9-man lineup here is now it's a 3-run lead. You might think about flip-flopping Logan Mance and Ryan Matheson, but you've generally used Matheson in save situations, and we've still got 3 innings to play. Not sure you want to burn him there. And if you bring a new pitcher in out of the bullpen, whoever comes in is going to have to hit. So you got 2 on, still only 1 out, and Joey Narrett stepping in. And now Logan's, he dropped the ball, and that ball has got to be wet. 8 runs on 10 hits for the Bucs, 5 runs on 8 hits for the Chinooks, and that rain is coming down pretty good now. Let's see it. Hammered foul. Look out, first base coach. Got his handful of Evo shields down there. Hops out of the way. And that rain is pretty heavy. I've noticed this summer especially, it rains a lot more in Anchorage than it does out in Chugiak and Eel River. We get our share of rain, don't get me wrong, but it seems to rain heavier here. We'll get showers here and there and sprinkles here and there, but tell you what, we've been down here a lot this summer, and it seems to rain more. I don't know if it's because we're closer to the water down here. The 1-1 pitch, called a strike, it's 1-2. You know, the Bucs have done their job here. They've added to a lead. This game is official. We've gotten through the fifth, so there's a grounder up the middle, and Leo flips it to second, and they're saying he tagged him. The flip by Leo went high, and it took Tommy off the bag, but he tried to tag the runner on the leg. He's telling the umpire he did tag him on the leg, and Coach Cole going to go out and have a little chat with the field umpire. And it did look like Tommy tagged him on the leg. The question is whether the leg was on the bag or not by the time he had that ball. I don't know what they're going to score. How they're going to score that. Kind of a fielder's choice type play there. And I don't know. they're gonna circle the wagons here with the umpires, but the other two umpires were not even remotely close to this play. One of them might have had an angle, but I don't know. I don't think there's any way you overturn this, but can't hurt to talk about it. Best case scenario for the Nooks is they get the tag out at second. They're going to stay with the safe call. So bases are full of Bucs. I don't know if they're going to give him a hit on that. It looks like they might have given him a hit.
He's loaded and one out. That brings up number 16, catcher Trenton Burkhalter.
So here's the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. 2 walks and a pop up to second. He's 0 for 1. Pops this one up in foul territory in third base line and just out of reach. Matheson was at the fence. That thing just got over the fence by about 4 or 5 feet. And it is really coming down. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases full of Bucs. They're trying to add to an 8-5 lead. This is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs on 11 hits now for the Bucs. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Chinooks. Well, that youth league game is breaking up the tea party out there. Everyone's headed to the cars. I don't know if the game was over or they got sick of playing in the rain. Pitch is called a strike. It's 1-2. And it continues to pick up here. 1-2, the pitch. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again. You know, we will play that interview with Evan Etchison after this half inning. So right now it's Logan Mance. The 1-2 pitch. High pop up in the infield. And this should be an infield fly, and it is. So the batter's out. Leo catches the ball for out number 2. So first, second, or third with less than 2 outs on a ball that's deemed easy play is an infield fly, and that was called on that play. We've had a infield fly rule kind of, I don't know, earlier this year we had a different situation with us on the offensive side of it at home. And umpires did a good job there of verbalizing it. 2 outs, bases loaded for Miles Smith. And that ball is smoked foul down the first base line for strike one. Well, sometimes the other issue to hand when you get this kind of rain is holding on to the bat. And Smith has got 2 gloves, and he's probably got plenty of stickum on that bat. No balls and a strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Off the plate, 1-1. Chinook dug out, kind of begging for a strike there. It was well off the plate. Counts even, 1-1. Miles Smith, a couple of walks and a grounder to tie. He's 0 for 1 officially. Boy, there goes the bat and there goes the ball. That's what I was talking about right there. As that bat comes flying out of Miles Smith's hand. And they're going to bring some stickum out. I don't know, they're going to bring some baseballs out. There's the stickum. They didn't have that stuff when I played. It was all pine tar. They had this sticky pine tar. It's kind of goopy. Now they got these, I don't know, they're like chapstick stickum sticks that they rub it on and helps them hold on to the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Well, you're 1 strike away from minimizing the damage here. The Bucs have already scored 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Logan steps off. And he'll step back in. Has his sign. The 1-2. Little chopper. This should do it. Logan fields and throws the tie. There's your 3rd out. So they are able to minimize the damage. It'll go 1-3 if you're scoring at the house. But the Bucs get 2 runs on 2 hits. They'll leave 2 guys on. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 8-5 Bucs. Let's hear from Evan Etchison and what he had to say before the ball game today.
All right, we're out here in the center field area with pitcher Evan Etchison.
Yes, sir.
Talk about where you're from, where you go to school, and just your first month here in Alaska.
Yeah, I'm from Anderson, Indiana. I go to college at Grace College, Northern Indiana, about 2 hours from north of Indianapolis.
Okay.
And man, this first month has just been amazing. Like, it's just what I needed. Love being here, love being with the guys. Just a group of guys who are all kind of in the same walk with their spiritual life and in baseball, and how to combine the two together and just like live that way. It's an amazing time.
So how did you end up coming to Alaska and playing for the Chinooks?
Yeah, so last year was my first year with Athletes in Action in Xenia, Ohio,
Okay.
and Coach Cole was the head coach there. My college coach got me in contact with them last year, and then at the end of last summer, I told TC that like he better call me again because I want to come play with him.
Nice.
And I knew he's coming up here, and I just like going through the whole process again. I just wanted to be here with TC and some of those guys from Xenia again last summer, and it's been the best time. Like, it's exactly what I expected. So.
We got a couple of guys that played in Xenia, and I haven't talked to too many of them yet, but I'm curious to get your perspective, the difference between Xenia and Alaska with Athletes in Action.
Yeah, so Xenia's nice because the Athletes in Action campus is right there.
Yes.
So everything's more like in a centralized location, and you're kind of spending the whole day in this one area.
Right.
Whereas here, we're kind of bouncing around a little bit.
Host families,
Yeah, host family.
Alaska Club.
Yeah, and then the church, and then
Discipleship, and then off to Mulcahy or
Yeah.
the minors or back home, right?
Absolutely. So it's just different, and it's different for me too because this is my first year with the host fam and living with some guys. Last year, my grandma lives in Ohio, so
Okay.
I was able to live with her during the summer. So,
all right.
but yeah, it's been an amazing experience this summer living with the host fam. It's been amazing. Like they're there for us. If we need anything, we just let them know, and it'll get done. So
Here's what I'll tell you. I played AIA 40 years ago. I'm still in touch with one of my host families. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that and seeing how the kids grow and maybe staying in touch with them a little bit when they grow up. And
that's exactly
yeah.
what I had. I had little kids, and now they have kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little
So
scary.
I'm excited for that.
Talk about your experiences, just the baseball side of it. Let's talk about the pitching and just how you felt on the mound, the competition, just how you felt being in Alaska playing ball.
Yeah, so it definitely took a little bit to get used to the time difference and the sleep and getting in a routine and schedule. I was a little thrown off that first week or so, and then I don't know. I was blessed to pitch the opening game here, so that was real exciting. And then last couple outings, just kind of getting more in a groove, getting in a better feeling on the mound, I would say. And I mean, competition's like probably some of the best I've ever played against here. Some of the best hitters I've ever faced. So
that's going to carry over to when you go back in the fall.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a great experience. I love it, and also not just other teams, learning from guys at bigger schools on the Chinooks and talking to guys who have maybe gone through a little bit more of a college career than I have, and what that looks like with guys who went to JUCO and then transferred somewhere else.
Awesome.
Where I've just stayed I've been at the same school my whole career going into my senior year. So it's just amazing to hear different guys' journeys, and like even at the gym, talking to them like, why are you doing this workout, or what does this like plyo ball workout do for you, and just like trying to soak up all the knowledge I can.
Awesome. Talk about maybe one thing. I've tried to ask everyone this question. Maybe one thing that's uniquely Alaska, not baseball, not discipleship, but just something you've enjoyed. It may have been yesterday, I don't know, but there were some interesting things happening yesterday. But just your month here, something funny or fun that you've done.
Oh man, I guess I would say kind of being in like a military based area, like a huge military base here, and like talking to different pilots or
that was a cool day, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And so like that's something I've never experienced before, probably never will experience again. So that's awesome. And they got some 49th State soda here that's pretty good, so I might have to ship some home.
Nice. Evan, thanks for taking time. I really have enjoyed watching you pitch, but also getting to hear you and know you in discipleship. So thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you.
All right, a big thank you to Evan Etchison for taking a few minutes out in the outfield while you're shagging batting practice. In the interim, we've had a leadoff walk to Leo. Ryan Leonasia just stole second base. And so the Nooks trying to chip away at a 3-run Buck lead here as Blake Wilhoit at the plate with a 2-2 count. And one of the things he was talking about, the Chinooks were able to visit Elmendorf Air Force Base last week. Got a tour, got a briefing from one of their commanding officers, and we got to get up close and personal at one of those F-22 fighter jets. It was really an amazing experience. Wilhoit just swung and missed at a fastball, and that'll be the first strikeout for a new pitcher, J.D. Goodcase. 6 strikeouts now for Buck pitching, and there's one away here in the 7th. The new pitcher is J.D. Goodcase, a right-handed freshman from the University of San Diego. First pitch misses, ball 1. 6'3", 185, J.D. Goodcase. And now he'll face Ryan Callahan. Here's the 1-0. Off the end of the bat, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'll give you some info on J.D. Goodcase. 0-2 with a 5.78 is Goodcase. His 10th appearance of the summer. He has started 1 game, 14 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, and 17 walks. So command has been an issue for the young man from Ventura, California. Freshman out of the University of San Diego, J.D. Goodcase. In 14 innings, he's walked 17 batters. Does have 11 strikeouts. He's given up 16 hits. There goes the runner. Throw to third, not in time. So Ryan Leonasio steals his second base of the inning, getting over to third base. He's still only got 1 out. Now it's a chance for Cali to drive him in. For Leo, stolen bases 6 and 7. Here's the 2-2. High pop-up. This is not leaving the infield. And in comes the shortstop, Curtis Hebert. He squeezes it for out number 2. That's a big out right there, as you don't give up a run with 1 out on a sac fly. Now you got 2 outs, and it's Ryan Matheson. Matheson, an RBI double in the first inning, a strikeout swinging in the third. He lined out to center field in the 5th inning. 1 for 3 tonight for Rhino. Got jammed. This is in foul territory, and again, Dante Turgeon's done that 3 times. Went way over to his left, making the catch. That'll do it. The Nooks, no runs on no hits. They leave a runner on at third base. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch it out at the ballpark. The Bucs 8-5.
And since we're at the bottom of the 7th, you know what time it is, fans. It's time for that 7th inning stretch. The plate, number 2, shortstop, Curtis Hebert.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. Bottom of the 7th inning. And Logan Mance back on the mound for the Chinooks. First pitch fouled off at home plate. 9-hitter Curtis Hebert will lead it off. 1 for 3 on the evening. Well, Miss Linasio, thanks for that feedback. I don't know, I'm hearing it absolute perfectly, so I'm going to have to replay that at another time. There's a little looper to Leo, and he squeezes it for out number 1. So my apologies for, I don't know why it would have been muffled. I'm hearing it really well in my earphones, my headphones. So we will try to replay these interviews. I'm sorry that happened. I don't know if there's others that had the same experience. But that being the case, we certainly want to make sure that the families get to hear these guys. And that's one of the reasons we do it. So we'll try to replay them. I don't know what the issue might have been there, but we'll try to resolve it for trying to work through the whole roster on those interviews. And we're going to work our way through the pitching staff first. And so we'll maybe have to do maybe 3 or 4 of them tomorrow night. Fly ball, right field, well hit. Audie on the run. He's not getting there. It's all the way to the wall. And it's going to be a double, as I don't know what happened to Logan Mance there. He just tripped. If he got injured or slipped. Might have just slipped on the turf. But it's a double for Cade Lacey, his second double of the night. He hit his first double the other way to left field. That one went to right. And that ball just kept going toward the foul line. Audie looked like he might have a chance to catch it, but it just kept tailing toward the line, and it rolled all the way to the fence. Well, you just want to keep things where you're at if you can. Here's Ben Haar. 1 for 4 tonight for Haar. Haar, a fly ball to right, a strikeout swinging. In the 4th inning, he singled to left. And last time up in the 6th inning, grounded out to second base. All right, so I am so sorry. I'm not sure. Thanks for that feedback, Miss Mance. Miss Linasia, I'm not sure what the issue was there. Thanks for chiming in there, Miss Mance. I was hearing them fine on my headphones, so I'm not quite sure. We'll double check on the audio. I usually go, when I get back, strange as it might sound, I usually watch at least part of the broadcasts when I get back almost every night just to try to check some things. And we did get a different sound mixer, so we think we've solved most of those issues that we had earlier this summer. Which we had an older mixer that was just, it was time to retire it. So next pitch is a fastball, and right at the top of the zone, called a strike, 1-2. At the plate, Ben Haar, as the Nooks need to keep things right where they're at. 8 runs on 12 hits now for the Bucs. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Nooks. Chinooks have committed 2 errors, and the Bucs have committed 1. Well, the rain has subsided for the moment. Had some pretty heavy showers here about 15 minutes ago. Hi, Pop. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something here, and I know we're getting late in this game, but I'm going to try to move some of these cords around a little bit, and maybe after this half inning, we'll replay the interview with Garrett, and then we'll replay the interview with Evan just to make sure that we get those on air. So we'll see if we can do some switching around here that will help the cause. As really good at bat here by Haar. He's battling off some good pitches from Logan Mance. All right, so yeah, I don't know. It might be your sound system because we've got another one telling me they can hear it fine. So I hope, yeah, that might help. That's a good thought to go back and maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'll go back and check on it, and if it's kind of garbled or not quite the quality we need, we'll replay them tomorrow. And going to try to work our way through the roster. So thanks for the feedback. Appreciate that very much. Ground ball foul. Boy, what a nice at bat by Ben Haar. Just fouling off tough pitch after tough pitch here. 2-2 count to the Buck left fielder. And you got nobody in that Chinook bullpen, so I'm going to guess that Logan Mance is going to try to finish this game. 29 pitches in his first inning. And he's sitting on 40 right now. Fly ball, pretty well hit to left. Callahan back to the warning track and reaches up and makes the catch, and then he dropped it. Oh my, they're going to say he didn't catch it. He caught that ball, and it came out of his glove on the transfer. I don't know who's watching that, but he caught that ball, and when he reached in to pull it out of his glove, it came down to the ground. It was on the transfer, and that the umpire at third base didn't move about 3 feet to see that play. And Coach Cole's going to go out, and they're going to have a conference here, as that seemed pretty obvious even from in the press box. As sure appeared to be on the transfer. You got 2 other sets of eyes. We'll see if they overturn this. And if they do, the problem with this now is if you overturn it, you're going to have to send runners back. And you had a runner at second with 1 out. And so I guess what you'd do here is you would send that runner back to second, and the guy at second would be out. We'll see. I'll be a little surprised if they overturn this. But they could do it. It sure looked like a transfer issue here. So let's see what they do. They're going to call him out, and they got to send that runner back to. They got to send him back. They could call him out all they want. but that runner's got to go back to second base, I would think. And Kenny Hocuff's going to have, exactly, Tim Cole's going to go out and ask him if they're going to send the runner to second. And Kenny Hocuff's going to go out, and he's got a beef as well. I think they're going to leave the runner at third. I don't know. This is a weird play. So if they're going to leave Lacey at third base, they're going to call they're going to call Har out on the F7. So that's 2 outs. And a grounder to short should end the inning. Rover up with it, throws across, and there you go. Well, nice job by Logan Mans to put a 0 on the board. After all the discussion, no runs on 1 hit. You leave 1 guy on in scoring position. That's 9 now for the game and 5 in scoring position for the Bucs. They've left 9 aboard, 5 in scoring position. And we will head to the 8th inning, and the Bucs hold on to an 8-5 lead. Tommy Rover to lead it off for the Chinooks here in inning number 8. They got some work to do. They're down by 3. And they got 6 outs to work with here. So J.D. Goodcase throws ball 1. That's pitch number 15. He threw 14 in his first inning of work. And Tommy will flip over and bat lefty here. 1-0 pitch, pretty well hit left center. This is trouble. And that no one's getting that one. It's going all the way to the fence. Rover will head to second with a stand-up double. And that's what the Nooks need. They need some hits. Tommy Rover, his 3rd hit of the night. 2 singles and now a double for the shortstop. And now it's Ty Beck for the first time tonight. Ty came on when they made the double switch. It wasn't actually a double switch. They brought Logan in and went to the 9-man lineup. This is Ty's first time through to bat. He's hitting in the 7th position for Segura, who was the DH earlier. From the stretch now, the pitch. In there for a strike. 8 runs on 13 hits. Well, the live stats has got 12. Not sure where the discrepancy might be, but Bull's fouled back. 0-2 to Ty Beck. Eight, 12, and 1 for the Bucs. 5, 10, and 2 for the Nooks. Still got some baseball to play tonight. Just gotta be pretty efficient here these last 2 innings, getting guys on and getting them over, getting them in. The 0-2, ground ball, right side. You drop it, you pick it up and throw, and you get him. That's Pendergast, who stayed with it. Nice job by staying with that ball. 4-3 will move Rover to third base with 1 out. And now it's the pitcher, Logan Mans. Logan 0 for 3 tonight. Couple strikeouts and a line out to third. Cade Lacey robbed him of a hit. back in the 4th inning. First pitch to Logan. Going to miss, ball 1. You know, the rain has stopped. But anytime that ball hits the turf or the grass, it's going to be wet. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Ground ball, left side, through the hole. Base. Actually, you dive and make the catch. Abear knocked it down and actually kept it from getting into the outfield. But it'll be an infield single and an RBI for Logan Mance. Helping his own cause there. And it's 8-6. And not only does it make it a 2-run lead with Logan at first base, Kevin Durant is the tying run at the plate. We're in the top of the 8th. It's now 8-6. Kevin Durant is the 9-hitter in the lineup tonight. First pitch. Takes ball 1. The 1-0. Big swing right there, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, good ball game at Mulcahy tonight between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Bucs come in first place at 14-8. The Nooks 9-10. They're in 4th place. That ball's low, throw to second, not in time. So the big fella getting the bag right there. Nothing like you're a pitcher stealing second base. Logan now, that's he is 2 for 3 in stolen bases. Well, you'll take what you get when you can get it. So now a single has a chance to score a run and make it a 1-run game. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's chopped foul, third base line. Counts even 2-2. Well, you can tell when it gets wet at this field, those areas around the bases, that black rubber starts gathering, and there's just a slop fest sliding into second base right there before the bag. That black rubber stuff. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Well, you're 1 pitch away from putting the tying run aboard. And it actually would roll the lineup over again, and Austin Young waiting on deck. You got a lot of black stuff going into second base and a lot of black stuff into third base. That crushed rubber that they use on these turf fields now. Full count to Duran. The kick, the pitch, ball 4. So for J.D. Goodcase, that'll be his 2nd walk. For Buck pitching, that's 4 walks on the evening. Tying run aboard, that'll bring a visit from Kenny Hocuff. And I'm not sure if you're going to make a move here or not. It hasn't motioned yet. You do have some activity in that bullpen. Looks like you got a right-hander waiting to come in. He's not throwing right now. He's just looking toward the mound to see if he's going to get the call. Doesn't look like Kenny's going to make a move here. And he's going to stay with J.D. Goodcase. You still only got 1 out in the inning, but you roll it back to the top. Austin Young, he is due 0 for 4. Couple of fly balls, a pop up to first, and a strikeout. Eight, 13-1 for the Bucs, 6, 10-2 for the Nooks. Top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Audie. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. Austin Young, the 5th batter here in the 8th inning. Big spot in this game. Boy, you'd love to see maybe a wild pitch or a pass ball move these guys along. Now Goodcase steps off. J.D. Goodcase, the kick, the pitch. Kind of quick pitched him right there. And he came to a discernible pause, so it wasn't a balk, but definitely changed his rhythm on that pitch to Austin Young. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 aboard in an 8-6 game. Chinooks have already scored a run in this inning. 1-1 pitch off the plate. Now you got Logan Mance hung up. They throw it to second, over to third. Everybody's safe. Throw to second. Safe at second. And now you do have second and third. Well, that's going to be 2 stolen bases. Kind of awkward there, but Mance ends up stealing a base, and Duran ends up stealing a base. So you have second and third. There's the wild pitch and the pass ball you needed. Now Austin Young has got a chance to tie the game. 2-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Well, Ryan Lanasio, waiting on deck for the Chinooks, is the second leading hitter on the club, on the roster at the moment, 299. J.D. Goodcase, the set, the kick, the 3-1. Ball 4, and those balls aren't close. Last couple of pitches have been well short of home plate, and you might get a change right here. Here comes Kenny, and you're going to make a pitching change. So the 3rd walk of the night for Goodcase is the 5th walk for Buck pitching, and you will have a new pitcher. We'll let you know who it is when we return. Bases loaded. You got 1 out, and Leo coming to the plate. Back in a minute. All right, we do have a new pitcher. It's a right-hander, number 24, Cade Wiegert. 215 pounds, 6'5" freshman out of Dallas Baptist University. He's from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And he'll inherit the bases loaded, only 1 out. And Ryan Leonasio stepping into the batter's box here momentarily. Wiegert 0-1 with a 7.44 ERA. This is his 7th appearance this summer in ABL play. He's got 2 saves. He's thrown 9 and 2/3 innings. He's struck out 13. He's walked 16. So similar numbers to Goodcase. He's walked more than he's struck out, and he's also walked more than the innings that he's thrown. So command might be an issue here for Cade Wiegert, and he'll take over with the bases loaded, no room for error. Has the sign, deep breath. Here's the first pitch to Leo. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. Austin Young is at first. Kevin Durant at second. Logan Mance at third. An 0-1 count on Ryan Leonasio. The pitch. Pop up, and is it going to get out of play? It's back toward the fence and out of play. So it's 0-2 on Leo. He's going to have to work hard here. Got to spoil some good pitches. You got to stay aggressive on a pitch near the plate. Base runner's got to freeze on that line drive. You got to move on the ground. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball's drilled foul. Well over the bleachers in the left field side of this ballpark. Leo, pretty good swing on an 0-2 pitch there. Probably too good of an 0-2 pitch from Wiegert. 6'5", 215, a right-handed freshman from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And going to DBU. Here's the next 0-2 pitch. Just low. Boy, good job of holding up on that. And did not swing. Cade Wiegert looking in for the sign. Coming set. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to short, could be 2. You flip it to second for 1, over to first. Got him. Boy, just what the Bucs needed right there. As that goes Hebert to Pendergast to Turgeon. And Leo hit it on the nose, but he hit it right to the shortstop, Curtis Hebert. And an easy double play ends the inning. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. You leave 2 guys on, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-6. Back in just a minute. Sorensen to lead it off for the Bucs here in inning number 8. 4, 5, and 6. for the ABL leading Bucs. Sorensen, Turgeon, and Nurret scheduled to hit. Logan Mann still on the mound. Pretty well hit to center field. And Kevin Durant flags that one down for the first out of the inning. Here's Dante Turgeon. He's got one hit in 4 plate appearances. Grounded to third, reached on an error. Flew out to left field. And last time up, drove in a run with a base hit up the middle. First pitch misses, ball 1. Logan Mann's 42 pitches at the start of this inning. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th inning, nobody aboard, 1 out. Just off the plate. 2-1. Well, that 4-run 3rd inning by the Bucs, really the difference in this one. Called a strike, we're even 2-2. He ended up getting 3 hits in the inning. A walk contributed to that inning. And he also misplayed a ball in the infield. Little looper to center, that'll fall in. Or he just kind of flipped his hands down. Turgeon gets his 2nd hit of the night. Ball was down in the zone, looked like a breaking ball. And was able to just slap it into center field. So here's Joey Nurret. And I guess they gave him a hit last time. He's 3 for 4. That ball up the middle to Leo. I think they gave him a hit. So Live Stats has got 8 runs on 13 hits, 1 error for the Bucs. 6 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Chinooks. 0-1. Popping the leather, called a strike. Took a while to get that right hand up. It's 0-2 on the right fielder, Joey Nurret. The pitch. Off-speed pitch, misses low. Next 0-2 pitch, little looper foul. That left field corner area. Well, we'll be right back here at Mulcahy tomorrow against the Pilots. Same bad time, 5:45. See if we might get old Coach Tim Cole on the pregame interview. Little looper at second. Leo Spears throws to first. Double play. Got him. Nicely done right there. Boy, just a soft liner. And Leo quickly got rid of it over to Ty Beck at first base. And there's your inning. No runs on 1 hit. You don't leave anybody on. We're going to the 9th. The Nooks need 2 to tie as the Bucs still lead 8-6. Well, here you go, Nook fans. You're in the 9th inning. You're down by 2 runs. And it's the meat of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. Blake Wilhoit will lead it off for the Chinooks. 1 for 4 tonight for Blake. An RBI single back in the 1st inning. Boy, you got 5 runs in that 1st inning and then nothing but zeros until the 8th. Nice job by Sky Wells of regrouping, and then it was Steven Hernandez and JD Goodcase putting up 0 after 0. The 1-0. That's called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Since the single in the 1st inning, Blake has flown out to left field twice, struck out swinging in the 7th. The 1-1. In there for a strike. Next pitch. All right, thanks for the feedback, Mr. Cole. Good to hear from you. 2-2 pitch. Missed low, it's a full count. Boy, if you could get Wilhoit on here, every guy that comes up this inning is the potential tying run. The wind has basically stopped. For a while, it was blown straight out, or straight across this field from right field foul pole to left field foul pole. The payoff, fouled off, we'll do it again. Right now, just a little bit of a breeze. As that flag in left field just picks up a hair. Got an Alaska flag below the USA flag. The 3-2 pitch struck him out. Boy, pretty good fastball. That was DBU versus DBU right there. As Blake Wilhoit strikes out here to start the 9th inning. First strikeout for relief pitcher Cade Wiegert. And let's see, 7 strikeouts for Buck pitching tonight. Now it's Ryan Callahan stepping in. Full windup for Wiegert. Misses high, ball 1. Well, thanks for all the chat on the chat feature. Keep them coming here. We just got a couple of minutes here of baseball, depending on how this plays out. Pop up, playable in center field. Now it's left field. Boy, you got a long run. Golly. Ben Haar, a circus catch. It sure seemed like Miles Smith could have taken that a lot easier. And he ends up belly flopping to make a play. So good job of staying with that by Haar. It looked like Miles Smith was on cruise control, and he easily could have caught it. And he let Haar come running in on the belly flop for the second out. Here's Ryan Matheson. Last hope for the Nooks. They're down 2. You got to have a base runner here to have a chance. 1 for 4 for Ryan Matheson. Takes a strike. RBI double back in the 1st inning. A strikeout, a line out to center, and a pop up to first. Officially 1 for 4 tonight for Matheson. Boy, pretty good pitch there, and had Rhino bailing on it. 0-2. Down to your last strike. Cade Wiegert trying to finish this thing up for the Bucs. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both base coaches have now gone to the full-blown heavy jacket in the coaches' boxes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that ball got away from the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. And the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bucs lead by 2, 8-6 here in the top of the 9th. Freshman Cade Wiegert trying to finish it up, and Ryan just got a piece of that. Burkhalter could not hold on. Now the wind picking up just a tick here in left field. Flag starting to float a little bit. Gentle breeze. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call. Boy, kind of frozen. Rhino did not think it was a strike, but Mr. Umpire says yes, it was. Here's your ball game. No runs on no hits, no errors here in the 9th. A 0 on the board. Wiegert will get a save for this game. We'll have to figure out who the winning pitcher is here in a moment. Final line score, the Nooks 6 runs on 11 hits. The Nooks commit 2 errors. The Bucs 8 runs on 13 hits, and they do commit an error as well. Let's go back and wrap this one up, get you on your way. We'll let you know what's next for both clubs. The Nooks jumped out early tonight like they have the last couple of nights. 5 runs in that first inning. And, boy, it was a fly ball by Young and a double by Leo, an RBI single by Wilhoit, a walk at Callahan, a double drove in another run by Matheson. Tommy Rover singled in a run, and Segura grounded out to short and drove in a run. So it was a 5-run first inning, 5-0 after a half inning. The Bucs would come back and score a single run in the first inning on an RBI single by Jackson Sorensen. It was 5-1 after 1 inning. They would chip away as they would score another run in their half of the second inning. RBI single by Curtis Hebert. It was 5-2 after 2 innings. In the third inning, that was, to me, the deciding inning, obviously, as the Bucs would put 4 on the board. Leadoff strikeout to Haar, but then it was an infield single by Pendergrass. Sorensen, an RBI single. An error got Turgeon to first base, and then a 2 RBI triple by Joey Narrett. And that was a big blow in the inning. A ground ball to first base by Miles Smith would drive in the 4th run of that inning. And it was 6-5, and the Nooks would never come back to take a tie or take the lead after that. 2 more runs in the 6th inning by the Bucs. RBI single by Turgeon in that inning. And the Nooks would narrow the gap in the 8th inning with a single run. RBI infield single by Logan Mance was the RBI that inning. They had their opportunity in that inning, could not get those runs in as an inning-ending double play off the bat of Ryan Leonasio. Hit a ball hard right at Hebert. Easy 6-4-3 double play ended the threat in the 8th, and the Nooks could not come up with anything in the 9th inning. So again, final line score 6-13-1 for the Bucs. 8-13-1 for the Bucs. 6-11-2 for the Chinooks. Losing pitcher is going to be Grant Rising, and he will drop to 0-3. And the winning pitcher is, let's see here, it is going to be Sky Wells. He'll go to 3-0, and you do get a save by Cade Wiegert. So Wiegert gets, I think, his 3rd save of the summer and nailing down this victory for the Bucs. Let's look at the box score real quick and see if we can come up with some offensive stars of the game here. Pull up the box score quickly. All right, on the Chinook side of things, you had 2 multi-hit guys. Leo goes 2 for 4 with a run scored tonight. Wilhoit 1 for 5 with a run scored. He drove in a run. Matheson a 1 for 5 night. He also scored a run and drove one in. And Tommy Rover, really nice day at the plate for the Chinooks. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored and an RBI for Tommy. Francis Segura 1 for 4. He drove in a run. And Logan Mance was 1 for 4. He also drove in a run. On the pitching side, Grant Rising, pretty solid outing for Grant. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them were earned. He walked 4, struck out 1. And then it was Logan Mance chewing up 3 big innings for the Nooks. Gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 1, did not strike out a batter. For the Bucs, boy, that meat of that lineup really produced well for you. Actually, up and down the first 5 hitters, 6 hitters. 2 for 5 in the leadoff spot. Lacey scored a run as well. Haar was 1 for 5. 2 for 4 for Pendergast. He scored 3 runs tonight. Sorensen, 2 for 5 night. Scored a run, drove in 2 more tonight. Turgeon was a 2 for 5 night. 1 run scored. He drove in a run. Narrett, 3 for 5 tonight. He might be your offensive star of the game. 2 runs scored, and he also drove 2 in. And on the pitching side of it, your starting pitcher, Sky Wells, goes 5 innings, earning his 3rd win of the summer. 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them were earned. He struck out 4 and walked just 1. Then it was Hernandez for an inning. He gave up 2 hits, did not give up a run, struck out 1 batter, did not walk anyone. Then it was Goodcase for an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 1. And then Wiegert comes in and gets his 3rd save of the summer. 1 2/3 innings, no hits, no runs, struck out 2, did not walk a batter. And so the Nooks had a good start to this ball game, could not hold on to that lead. That 4-run 3rd inning led to their undoing tonight. Their record will drop to 9-11. Boy, they just got close to the 500 mark, and now they'll drop 2 more games under 500. The win will take the Bucs, who lead the ABL, now to 15-8 in ABL play. So what's next for these 2 clubs? Well, let's look here real quick for the Bucs. Let's see, today they are off tomorrow, and their next ball game will be against the Pilots on Friday night. Well, that means that both those clubs will play the Pilots next, because we play the Pilots right back here at Mulcahy tomorrow night at the same bat time. 6 o'clock first pitch. Will be on the air about 5:45. So, boy, I do appreciate all the live chats tonight. Appreciate the feedback. Good to hear from so many of you all over the USA. And, boy, I know you're proud of your guys up here. The Nooks are doing a great job, not only on the field, but, boy, they're really engaging in discipleship. We had another good Triple H from Logan Mance today, hearing his journey in life. And so thanks for watching. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. This is Dr. John Gross signing off from Anchorage, Alaska. The Nooks drop a tough one here, 8-6 to the Bucs. We'll be back here tomorrow against the Pilots. Until then, so long, everybody.